The year was 2087. For decades, scientists had warned that Earth's core was becoming dangerously unstable. Massive volcanic eruptions, powerful earthquakes, and record-breaking heat waves became more frequent every year. Most people believed technology would solve the problem. They were wrong. One morning, thousands of underground seismic sensors activated at exactly the same moment. Within minutes, volcanoes erupted across every continent. Entire mountain ranges split apart. Rivers of molten lava swallowed forests, highways, and cities. The skies turned black as billions of tons of ash covered the atmosphere. Temperatures climbed to levels never recorded in human history. Across the world, governments declared a global emergency. Millions fled toward the northern regions, believing they would find safety. But the disaster had only just begun. Earth itself was becoming a burning planet. As the days passed, the heat became unbearable. Crops withered. Rivers dried up. Power stations shut down. Fresh water became more valuable than gold. Entire nations collapsed as people searched desperately for food and shelter. Deep beneath the Arctic ice, an international research facility known as Haven 1 remained operational. Scientists discovered that the planet's core was releasing enormous amounts of pressure through newly formed underground fractures. If the pressure continued to increase, Earth's crust could begin breaking apart on a global scale. Only one solution remained: an experimental underground cooling system, built years earlier but never activated, might reduce the pressure beneath the largest volcanic region on Earth. It was humanity's final hope. A team of 6 engineers, rescue specialists, and security officers volunteered for the mission. Their destination was the abandoned Helios geothermal complex, located near the largest volcanic zone on the planet. The journey was deadly. Collapsed highways forced them to travel on foot. Lava rivers blocked their path. Ash storms reduced visibility to only a few meters. Buildings collapsed without warning as constant earthquakes shook the ground. Along the way, the team rescued stranded civilians trapped inside ruined towns, refusing to leave anyone behind despite the growing danger. After days of relentless travel, they finally reached the massive underground facility. But the hardest part still lay ahead.
The Helios complex had been severely damaged. Emergency lights flickered through smoke-filled corridors. Molten rock leaked through cracked walls. Every tremor threatened to collapse the entire structure. The team fought through falling debris and failing machinery to reach the underground control chamber. There, they discovered the cooling system was only partially functional. Manual activation was the only option. Someone would have to stay behind to keep the system running until the sequence was complete. The team argued. Everyone wanted to make the sacrifice. Finally, one engineer remained inside the control room while the others evacuated. As the countdown reached its final seconds, the cooling system activated. The ground shook violently. Then, silence. Hours later, satellite data confirmed the impossible. The underground pressure had begun to decrease. Major volcanic eruptions slowly weakened. The earthquakes became less frequent. For the first time in weeks, sunlight broke through the thick ash clouds. The air remained hot. Entire continents had been scarred forever. Millions of lives had been lost. But Earth had survived. Years later, forests slowly returned to the blackened land. New cities were built using stronger technology, designed to withstand future disasters. A memorial overlooking the restored landscape honored the brave team who had risked everything to save humanity. People would never forget the year when the world almost became an uninhabitable furnace. Because they learned one unforgettable lesson. The greatest strength of humanity is not the power to control nature, but the courage to stand together when nature cannot be controlled. The end.